here for a full night of front-end talks. We have 3 different talks tonight. First up, we have Albert, who is going to talk about, he's actually going to do a live coding demo of making an application with Storyblock, Astro, Vue, and Vercel. So without further ado, let's ask the first speaker. He also comes from a long way from Indonesia. He's a very nice front-end developer who I really enjoy working with here at Funda. I think last week we had dinner together and he made a very nice and nasty, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best fried rice I've ever had. So, Albert.
Yeah, that's. Thank you, Reza.
Yes.
Hello world. My name is Albert. I'm a front-end engineer here in Team Search of Funda. I've worked here for 6 months, and I'm originally from Indonesia, and I've lived here for 5 years in the Netherlands. So before we start, I would like to know the front-end landscape here. So I want to conduct a little state of JavaScript survey. Please raise your hand if you work with HTML. Okay, thanks everyone. Raise your hand if you work with Tailwind. Okay, nice. Angular. Okay. React. So quite a lot. And Vue. All right. Nice to see the diversity. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about Storyblock, Astro, Vue, and Vercel. It's okay if you don't really know these names from before, but I hope after this talk you'll understand it better. So let's start. The goal of this talk is to introduce to you the stack stack and its strength. So I'm not going to show too much code, but I will demonstrate the great developer experience that I have while using these tools. The background. So even though this is a technical talk, at the core of it is actually a love story. This is me and my girlfriend. Her name is Melissa, and she lives in Indonesia. So she's an interior designer, and she has a nice Instagram page for her projects to showcase her work. But she doesn't have a website yet. So she asked me, oh, do you want to help me build a website? And of course, as a good boyfriend, I said, yes, I would love to. It's like a good chance for me to practice my website building skill, learning team technologies, and also because we are doing long distance, so it's like a good act of service. So we hired a UI designer to design the UI. This is the Figma file of it. We'll have a homepage, we have a project gallery, and then we have a project detail page. Simple portfolio website. And then I start coding. But then I asked myself, maybe I should come up with some requirements for this project. So I think it should have a content management system, so my girlfriend can change the content by herself, like the image and text, without relying on me. It should be SEO friendly because it's going to be a marketing website. It should be fast, and it should have minimal cost to develop and post. And then I start on the journey to find the best technology stack to build this. And this was around February this year, which I started in Funda. And Funda sent me to go to the Vue.js conference in Amsterdam. And in that conference, I learned about Storyblock and Astro. I heard a lot of good stuff about them. And so after some research, I decided I would use them. What is Storyblock? So Storyblock is a headless content management system. So imagine like WordPress, where you can create a page, you make this section, edit an image, add a text. So like basically changing your content. It's nice because I don't need to maintain my own backend database or storage. It has clean and intuitive UI. It provides the CDN and image service, and it has great visual editor. So it was a great CMS. Then Astro. When I first heard about Astro, I was asking myself, we already have Angular, React, Vue, Svelte. Why do we need more front-end framework? It's like another one. But then I realized that if Vue or React is more focusing on web apps, like building single-page application, Astro is really optimized to make content-focused front-end website. So like website that's not really interactive, but more like just showing content. Because it uses static site generation, and it shipped minimum JavaScript. It claimed to be the fastest, and for me it was really interesting to try. So yeah. And then the third component we have Vue. I choose Vue to still have interactive components, because sometimes with JavaScript and interactivity, you click on a button and then something shows up, something animates. So I selected Vue for it. I think it's easy to learn. It has great open source community. I'm very familiar with it, and I think it's awesome. Finally, for the hosting platform, I choose Vercel, because it has zero config, very easy to set up. It's well integrated with GitHub and Storyblock, and it has a cool UI. All right, enough theory. Let's demo it. I will jump over here. So this is the website that I've built. It's live in tutenses.com. We have a hero page. This is the carousel of the design. This is the different projects that my girlfriend has worked. We have this page with the animated text, some accordion, yeah, clients, and then footer. So quite simple homepage. And then you have the project gallery as well, where we show different projects. We have filter here, this, and then it animates. And then if you go to one of the project, this is the project detail page. So you will see more about the images. You have some info about the project itself. There is a 3D model viewer here, so user can check what the design is about, and then you see more images. So yeah, that's the whole website. Quite simple. Yeah, it's like 95% done now. I'm finishing up with the rest of that. But let me show you how it is in Storyblock, the CMS. So this is Storyblock. I will go to Tutenses, the project itself, and then I can go to content. And here you have all the pages of the website. So we have home, contact, index, projects folder. Let me open home. So this is the visual editor that I'm talking about. In the left side you have the live preview of how things should be, and then on the right side is the content. So here we have the section, we have hero, carousel, text grid, accordion, focus and grid. So for example, let me drag and drop this to be on top. And then for the accordion, I will change the title to Funda. Okay? And then I save this. And then the visual editor now, you see accordion is on top. And then if you scroll down, then hero, then carousel, then text grid. So you see content management system, the content is updated now, it's Funda. And yeah, as an editor, as a non-technical people, this is a very nice experience of editing things. And here, like a page, in Storyblock you just build a page by making this section. So for example, I can here like insert a block, and then I can choose from the different blocks that is available. But the interesting thing is, actually, as a developer, I'm the creator of those blocks. So we have the block library, and here I can define all the blocks that I need. For example, this accordion, I choose to name it accordion, and then I wanted to have title, and I wanted to have items, which is a repeatable array. So basically, Storyblock allows you to make these blocks, or like Lego blocks, and then you can compose them in your page to build your story. So that was very nice on Storyblock. And one more nice thing is the CDN. So if I open this in the View tab, the image, you see this is the CDN of Storyblock. It's a.storyblock.com. And right here, I can request a different size. So for example, this, and there you go. I get a size with 100 times 100 pixel. So as a front-end developer, this is a very nice feature because I can get one image with many different sizes. Like, just change the URL here. And they also have a nice asset library where you can organize your images. For example, we organize it by projects, so different projects have different folders for the images, and you can even edit it in Storybook itself. So this is a very great feature from that. All right. Now I will demo creating a new page. So it's a story. I will call it Funda. Create. Now it's still a blank page like this. We'll add a block. Header. Funda. And then I will add another block. Image. Paragraph. So image here, I can choose this image. Funda is awesome. My manager is not here, but please tell him I wrote that. Oops, there is some problem. Let's see. So Storybook also validates if there are some required fields. So I have to say this SEO of this thing. Funda. Okay, save. And then it immediately reflects in the visual editor that this is my page with header and image paragraph, so we have it like this. And now, if we see it in the live website itself, we go to Funda, it's 404. And that is as expected because we did not publish this website yet, or this page yet. So if I click publish now, story publish, Storybook is well integrated with Vercel. So Storybook tells Vercel, this is Vercel by the way, the hosting platform. And let me open the project to Francis. And if I see deployment, it says here, now it is building via the deployable. So Storybook is telling Vercel, okay, there is a publish, please trigger rebuild, and now it's building. Let's see how long it's there. 23 seconds, it's built, and then if we refresh the page, voila, it's there, it's live. Landsys.com/Funda. It's pretty good. And what I want to show is what is Astro about. So if you see this build, this deployment, in Vercel you can check what is the output of the build. So it's in the source, and then output. So this is what Astro built. And for every page, it will build one HTML file. So for example, here in the projects folder, we have many projects. So each of them is one index of HTML. And this is perfect for marketing website like this because you can optimize every page. So for example, like page that doesn't need JavaScript, there will not be JavaScript. And that makes Astro very fast. So as a demo, let me open the network tab in this page. And then refresh. So in this Funda page, you only download the HTML and then some font, some CSS, and that's it. No JavaScript file at all. If you compare to Vue, you will need some bundle JavaScript, which is very heavy and make your browser process it. But this is just pure, normal HTML. Okay, but if there is no JavaScript, how will you achieve interactive components or interactivity where user can interact with your page? And the answer to that is Vue. So let me explain. Let me try to add a block here. I have an interactive section, which is counter. I will put it 10, like this. Save. So the counter component is just a very simple Vue component, like this. You can, if you click on it, then it becomes interactive, right? You need JavaScript to do this because you need to update code. So this is the counter component. And if I publish, We will wait for a bit until Vercel pre-built everything. But let me show some code. So this is the Astro project. It's very comparable to Vue. You have a package JSON, like a JavaScript project. You have the config of Astro. And in the source file, I have the historical folder, which I fill with all of the logs that I built. I define in story block. I have one corresponding Astro component for it. And let me show you the counter.astro. So this is the counter section that was interactive, you know? And here you can see I import counter.view. So this is just a normal counter.view. I import it and then I render it in the HTML of this Astro component. And if I open counter.view itself, this is just a very normal view component. So with even script setup with TypeScript, you can give it props, ref, and then this is just a nice syntax of view, like add click, count minus, add click here plus. So this is just your normal view component, and then you can use it seamlessly inside your counter Astro component. And one very amazing thing from Astro is this directive, client physical. So if I, now let me refresh here. So this is the Funda page from earlier, right? We have the counter in the below. You see, like on first reload, there is no JavaScript downloaded here. But as I scroll a little bit, you see, once this is visible in the browser, they download the JavaScript for you. And this makes it very fast, because like on first reload, you don't need to download any JavaScript, but like when you need it, then they will download it for you. That's quite awesome, I think. Even for something like this, like if I refresh now this is just a normal page. I also have a hamburger menu. So if I resize this, you see, it downloaded the hamburger menu, and now I have hamburger menu. So this means the hamburger menu is never downloaded if you are in desktop. You only download it when you need it in your mobile phone. So this is why Astro is so special, because it's very optimized for these things. And because of that, let's see the page speed inside. Drum roll 100 for everything. Yeah, the website is very optimized for speed, performance. So in mobile it's 100 for all, and then 100 for desktop. I think if we can make this for Funda, I will don't need to work anymore. My manager will love me. Yeah. So yeah. What is one more thing? So I have one more thing to demo, which is, let me now, I'm in a separate branch, by the way, but I want to do something in the hero component. Let's say I want to make this orange. Save. So let me commit this, feed, make hero orange. Commit and then publish the branch. This should make a PR in my repo. Funda demo has recent push. Okay, compare. Yeah, that's great PR. So the nice thing about Vercel, it gives me a preview deploy before the PR is merged. So it just rebuilt something for me, and then it gives me a preview. Let's visit the preview. This is it. The hero is now orange. You see? So you can. It's a very nice developer experience, because before your PR is merged, you can already have a preview of how it will look like. And what's even better from Vercel, they give you this comment UI. So you can comment on it like, why orange? Right? Yeah. And then you can say, why not? So this is all from Vercel. I don't have to implement anything. It's just it just gives you all these features. And even here, you see, like some checks were not successful because there's unresolved feedback. Like there is one unresolved feedback. If I resolve this, then it should be good. Then it should be all green. Yeah, I'll check FPass. So this is again a very nice flow for developer. And yeah, indeed we want to make it orange, so we merge the pull request, confirm merge. And then we should see Vercel triggering again. Right now it's building again for some seconds. And if we go to the home page now, yeah, it's orange. One final thing, let's say somebody fucked up, right? You don't want orange. In Vercel, you can do instant rollback. So let's say, let me retrace this again. So this is the current production, and I want to go before it was orange. Oh, this is the preview one. So I have to choose this one. Yeah. Install rollback to this one. Continue. Okay. Done. Now, if I refresh this, it's back to black. So this is very nice for QA as well.
I was going to say,
yeah. So yeah, that was the whole demonstration. And we're going to cut it off. Let's see the cost of everything, right? So Storyblock is free for one project optimization. Yeah. So first I have it from the CDM side from Storyblock. So what I upload is the full HD image without any compression. And then from the surface, they already provide like 80% compression. And then also like I can choose the different image size, you know, so I just render what is here. But what I do here, maybe I can quickly show the component a little bit. Let me try to find an image component. Maybe this one. So this is what I do. I do it like a normal HTML, so with source and image. So in different screen size, for example, like below 639, I use a different source set, like this. So that way, like it will only download the things like in the right size that you need. So that's how I optimize things. But I think Astro also have an image component, so maybe that might be even better. But this is already going so well for me, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks.
You?
Except for using a singular site, can you use it to purify a blog? Is it friendly for blog?
Yeah, it's perfect for blog. Especially if you are like a developer, then you don't need Storyblock actually. You can just use Astro. So you don't need like a CMS to write your blog, but you can use Markdown files. And if you go to Astro build, they have a nice getting started way. So they have templates for blogs as well. And that's the perfect way to make your personal blog. Also, for non-developer, if you want to start calling yourself developer, this is a good way to start. CML and CSS. Yes?
Hi. How would you integrate? No. If you want to, I don't know, add a block that is not supported by default. For instance, I don't know, I want to have whatever follow button that's not available in this tool, Storybook. How do you integrate that? Can you create a component and somehow import the JS file there or whatever to have it available on your site?
Yeah. So Storybook is a headless CMS, so it doesn't care about anything of your front end or your HTML. So the front end is 100% in your control in your Astro file. So if you need like a button or anything, you can just put it in your Astro file, and then it will appear there.
Front-end wise, right?
Front-end wise, yeah.
If you need to save something on the database, then how do you do that?
Like, what do you expect the button to do, or like what?
I don't know. You want to add like a comment section in a blog, for instance, and let's suppose that is not available there.
Oh.
So you want to create like, I don't know, a save thing, whatever, that use a database that you have yourself. How do you integrate this kind of stuff?
Yeah. For example, you have a blog and then you want to have a comment section. Right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay,
Something like that.
Let me think for a bit. How would I do it? It's not super easy, I would say, to make like a table in the Storybook. At least I don't really know. Maybe you can help.
Well, actually, we have a management API, so you can post content inside the Storybook programmatically. So if you have a comment section that will be a form inside your application or in Astro, a new component, then the message will be sent to the management API, and you will save that comment inside the Storybook.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So you can have a form and then you can do adjust to post it to Storybook.
You can call like an API.
Nice. How many more questions can we do?
I was just going to check the time. I think you have like 5 minutes. So
5 minutes? Maybe 2 more questions? Yes.
Hi. Well, thanks for the presentation.
Thank you.
I was thinking these frameworks that you use, because you mentioned, well, maybe Funda can use some of it or all of it. How mature they are, how maintained they are, how optimized this, because it's new to me and to engineering, so yeah, it's surprising how they come together. It's impressive stuff.
Yeah. That's a good question. Actually, Funda now, we also have a lot of blog, like we write a lot of content for our agents, how to pull a good listing and all those things. So we are actually thinking to use headless CMS as well to write this blog. And yeah, Storybook is one of the candidates for that thing. I think it is my first project with Storybook, so I cannot say like, oh, it will be there for the next 10 years, you know. But so far, from what I see, it's like really, it's really promising. Like the Storybook, they opened a big booth in the Vue.js conference, so they are like very close to the open source community. Yeah, and I think it looks promising, like sustainability wise.
Also, it's not open source, so that's actually what people maybe recommend.
Yeah, I think the core of Storybook itself is not open source, right? But like it makes a lot of SDKs and packages.
Yeah, the idea is that we are built in Vue, so we support the Vue project and every project surrounded that, like the Astro, we pay for them, like we invest money in them, because we use open source projects to create our own, and we have open source SDKs to integrate with the technologies we like with the visual editor. Because as you can see, the visual editor that we saw is for a review environment in a static site, so you need to refresh the page to see the changes. But if you use a server-side rendering application or Next framework, you will see the live primary editing. So when you are typing, you will see the results on the preview also. And we made the SDKs by our own, but they are open source, so you can check how it connects with the server.
Thank you both.
You're welcome. Okay, one last question maybe? No?
10, 15 minutes break, and then the next one.
Yeah. Thank you so much.